Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. But you knew that, didn't you? We've got a Stratos. It's another common name used by other watch companies, but this, folks, is from ZEBLAZE. I got to tell you, ZEBLAZE is quite the company. Not only are they making some state-of-the-art smartwatches with fitness capabilities and outdoor adventuring, compass, all kinds of stuff in them, but they're also doing Android smartwatches and now Android 10. So high kudos to ZEBLAZE with this new Stratos, and possibly we're looking at some technology that eventually will bridge that gap between Android watches and creative fitness watches. Let's take a look at what this is and where you can get it quickly. From AliExpress, the official ZEBLAZE store, you could pick up the 2021 ZEBLAZE Stratos Sports Smartwatch. Wait till you see what all it's got in it. You have a variety of bands and other accessories you can pick up with it, and also some coupon discounts. So in the show notes, we have a link to the ZEBLAZE official store on AliExpress, or if you're inclined, you can hop over to Banggood. A lot of you guys work with Banggood already. Most of your collection may come from there. They have the same one, the Stratos by ZEBLAZE, with a variety of colors, not all the different options, and a pretty decent price. And again, we'll have coupon discount for you. So what makes this special? It's almost like what doesn't. It's got satellite positioning. It's got 3 different modes. It's actually 4. I don't know. There's a bunch of them, but GPS is one of them. It'll work anywhere in the world. it's a 1.32-inch high-resolution 360 by 360 screen. Blood oxygen. Get this, blood max, oxygen max, VO2. The VO2 max monitoring is built into this. If you're into sports, fitness, and whatnot, you know what that means. That's something new, really new. And 120 plus sports modes. Kind of sounds like, what was it, the One Plus we reviewed for 4 times the price, almost 200. This is in the 50s. Yeah, wow. And did I mention 5 atmosphere waterproofing for swimming? And it does have swimming capabilities and options on it as well. Whoa, it's tiny print, but there you go. The overall specs reviewed again. Bluetooth 5 for connectivity and automatic direct reconnection to your phone. So once you're tethered, you really don't have to worry about being out of range. There we go. GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, and BiteOut. All 4 of the satellite positioning systems are supported in here. You got blood oxygen, VO2 max like I mentioned, and compass support as well. All of this in a device that's going to give you really good battery life. We're talking, up to 25 days standby, 14 days in regular use, and get this, it's never been like this before, 40 hours. If you're using GPS mode. So if you're going on a weekend something or other, you could pretty much turn GPS on and start your tracking when you leave the house. And wow, that is really, really cool. So we have a very advanced, trailblazing, adventurous sports fitness watch here. Here's the manual, basic operation, charging your watch. I usually do this later, but it was right on top. So we'll take a quick look, and then we can jump right into the device. It's using Zeroner. We've reviewed that before, but we'll take another look as the app that is specially from ZEBLAZE. So they've got an integration all across the board. They're not a watch manufacturer making something and then trying to get somebody else's app to tether to it. They've got this whole thing in-house, device care, and now we're into some other languages. So get on with it, Mr. Ticks. Let's see it. Well, they tell you right off the bat on the screen to scan that QR code. And you could do that right off of your YouTube screen right now if you want to download Zeroner. I recommend you go to the Google Play Store and type it in, or use the link we have always in our show notes. We put the tethering link for every watch. It's a labor of love, let me tell you. I'm going to take that thing off, show you the screen. We'll power it on in a moment. There you've got 2 buttons. This thing is definitely ruggedized, very well produced. You've got a TPU band that's nice, sturdy, and design focused. Really sweet. Wow, carbon fiber backing on it. All the sensors and diodes in here, your charging ports. This is not one of those Bluetooth calling type watches, so there's no speaker, microphone, but 5 atmosphere waterproofing. In the accessory box, which is right here, we obviously will have a charger. Okay, we got a dock kind of a charger on this one, as opposed to the little wire. Personally, I like the wire better because you can get replacements. You may want to see if you can get a second dock to go with this one. Slaps on there magnetically, good and strong. Looks like it's pretty sturdy. Sometimes we have a weak point right there. Don't yank on it too badly. A regular USB connection. And that provides you the charging. 4 pins. You probably only need 2 for charging. We're not looking at extra memory in here for a music player or tethering to Bluetooth earphones. None of that's supported on this one. But it is really going to be good for workouts and such. Now, we're going to charge it up and turn it on and run it through its paces. Well, it turns out this one is a fun little watch. It's got a few things I didn't expect to see. Yeah, and some nice twists in the app as well. When you turn it on, you come up with the initial watch face. Very colorful, lots of good stuff on it. I've been using it, got some steps for the day and whatnot. Down here, you've got your Do Not Disturb capability, a really nice, robust brightness control. And it gets it plenty bright to see outside. Let's run it at about a 3 for our review. You got a flashlight. You can see the quality of the screen with that. You have a stopwatch capability built into it right there from the control panel, which is nice. Countdown timer as well as in there, and then overall settings where you can have 12 or 24 hour 24-hour heart rate continuous measurement, 12 or 24-hour time. This thing called Smart Track, it'll notice what you're doing and immediately switch to a run or a walk or, I don't know, eating a lollipop or whatever you're doing. Then you got this long press, and you can assign that to this button down here. From any of the different sporting activities. You pick that off of that list. You can set the date and time. Of course, they'll automatically set for you when you tether it to your phone. About, reset, and shutdown. That's all of the aspects of the settings that you get. And when you come over this way, you get your circles with all of your activities, including your step count and numbers of times during the day that you've been active, I think. And it's kind of fun the way it presents these charts and shows them to you. Here I have 5 out of 12 hours that I've basically been active. So that's from here. Come over here, you get this circle. We'll come back to that. Over here you've got blood oxygen that you can go into a measurement mode. Here you have stress, heart rate. You can barely see it there, but that's the continuous heart rate, and there's when I took it off, so it doesn't read when you don't have it on. And this is that VO2 max. I cannot figure out how to make it work. I think I got to run a mile and then a kilometer, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. Anyway, it's all set for this. If any of you guys know how VO2 max works, leave a comment if you don't mind, because first time I've seen it, I'm not sure what to do. Then you got your different sporting activities, and there's several available, and of course a whole bunch more that you can get into. A run, cycling, outdoor walk, hike, and the things like outdoor walks and cycling will invoke the GPS too, and it's a pretty darn good quick hookup. It takes a few seconds, but it'll hook up, and it seems to be solid and pretty reliable too. All of these other activities, including swimming, are in here. Of course, we're full waterproof with this watch, and you can do some custom stuff too. This shows you your most recent activity that you did. I did a cycling, it looks like here, and the information is on it from there. That's in your sports. And then we're back to our overall watch face again. So we can go this way and do the same thing to come back here to this circle. This is interesting stuff here. For example, this one is the compass, and if I do the obligatory calibration wave, and this really isn't the right way, but it'll at least light the thing up, and it's not actually accurate with that waving that I did. North is where I'm at, right down here. So it is a come on over. It is a sensitive compass to making sure that it's calibrated properly, but you do have a built-in compass, and it'll show you the degree you're pointing at. Should be 180 that way when we're working with it. That was that. This is an interesting kind of breath training in different degrees. Deep relax is a really slow breathing with a hold in it, and inhaling and exhaling. Nervous regulation. Wow, look at all of this. Self-reconciliation. Wow, that's interesting. This thing is where you can do the heart health, and when you turn this on, it's going to monitor your REM sleep and your overall heart health. Wait till you see all of that on the app. We can go into here, which is where you can select a different watch face. Here's an analog one. Here's a different digital one in blue. That's attractive. Nice. And we can go any direction to get to it. So that was there. Here's your languages, in case you're wondering what's on the watch. Well, it's kind of going through quickly, but not a lot of them. It just loops around, and we're back to English there. But you do have Portuguese and French and Italian and so forth. We're still on English, so we'll stay there. What have we missed? Events, if you have any. This is the messages pushed from your phone when you're tethered. And then we're back to compass. And then settings, we've already looked at. That's right in the middle. And that you got to as part of this looping thing. If you hit stress, it's going to go through a really long, slow process. You have to sit very still. And when it's done, it will give you a stress reading. And you can see that from the app as well. The top button is on, off. That's it. This one is returning you back to your watch face. And if you long press on the bottom one, it takes you into your exercise routine automatically, and then we have to press to get out of that. And of course, the top one is going to turn the watch off if you want as well. Now let's take a look at the app. Now we've reviewed this before, so we'll move quickly through it, and then you can check the other watch reviews for deeper details on it. I'm in the Google Play Store, and it's called Zeroner. You can get to it directly using the link in the show notes. When you open it and you've set up an account and you've logged in and all that other stuff, you can get in here. Notice it immediately tethered to the watch, and it's updating the information in it to get the latest. Here's all my step count stuff. When you get in here, you see the breakdown. And here's what I was talking about. Look at these. It'll log 1 minute of walking, 1 minute of cycling, 439 steps, and during that time frame of walking. I mean, it's kind of spooky. You think Google knows a lot about you. When you have this watch on, it knows really if you're picking your nose, I think. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, so that's in that first tab. This is the detail for today, and then this shows you the different days. That's how you switch back and forth. And of course, you can get a drop-down calendar from any of these pages and switch to another day. Now, these are the different activities that you can do. I've got some outdoor walking that I did here. This is kind of fun. Watch what it does. It starts to trace everything out. And when you have a long thing, it'll trace from beginning to end, so you can actually see your path. That's my house right there. This is GPS with me just kind of walking around, actually on the lanai, which is right off the side here, but it kind of messed it all up here. So the accuracy isn't within inches, obviously. It's probably within meters or tens of meters, but it is contained to, I'd say, a 50-meter radius, and I did like 10 or 15 loops around in here, so it's pretty darn good. Yeah, zooming out a little bit, and of course you zoom all the way out, you've got your whole Google map. There's some of the types of data it's collecting. This was a really short, so it doesn't show a lot, but you do get your heart rate, and your average and highest and lowest. I don't think those are realistic, but maybe, I don't know. the different zones that you were in and what they would be. Here's your pace chart. Here's your stride frequency. Interesting. So there's a lot of detailed fitness information available in something as simple as a walk. And you got runs and you got cycling and everything else. But last night's sleep time, really robust in this app, which does track REM sleep if you have that switch turned on I showed you on the phone itself. Awake time is up here, deep sleep is in here, and of course a lot of REM sleep was happening, lots of dreams this night, I think, from what I remember, and it shows you the percentages of all of those, and you can evaluate how your sleep was, from good to bad, and did you drink coffee or work out before going to bed? It's not my bed. Okay, be careful when you use that one. And overall, it's saying that your sleep quality was good in its estimation. But you do have some ability to kind of make a little sleep log on it. Heart rate, continuous heart rate is there. And, oh, cool. Yeah, you can slide along and see the numbers. And if I go, that goes back. I was going to try to go back a day. I guess I have to go here to yesterday. Okay, it's kind of spotty in here. Not sure why. If I had it on or off, here's your activity, heart rate over that day and how much time you spent in each of these different categories. You wear it long enough, you'll start to get the feel for it. This is fun. This is heart health. This is a Lorenz scatter diagram. This is where it's monitoring your heart rate variability at night while you're asleep, to get you a pattern that's showing you what your heart health is overall. And there's a lot of details on that, but remember, it's not for medical diagnosis. It's just for informational purposes. It gives me a result saying that it's normal. So I guess that one was normal. It's a chart that I don't quite recognize. It's sort of like the standard one, which looks a little like a rocket, they say, or a pattern. But anyway, it's there. To give you an idea of what these things could look like, here they are. Normal sinus rhythm should look like that. It's got all these other kind. Here's AFib. If it looks like that, you might have AFib at night. Here's flutter, atrial flutter, ventricular, so forth and so on. Way over any of us lay people, but perhaps these diagrams could be helpful for your medical practitioner. The thing is, once you have the watch on, and if you turn that switch on, which is going to drain your batteries somewhat at night, it's going to go through and do some deep analysis of your heart rate variability. Blood oxygen, it's not doing continuous, only when you test it, and it only puts a couple of dots on the screen, so not the best overall for blood oxygen. It's not monitoring to see if you have sleep apnea, if it goes too low during the night and vibrate to wake you up. We do have watches and bands that do that, and there's a whole playlist on it if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, and they're all in there, but this isn't one of them. But it does at least measure blood oxygen. And then stress, I was telling you that thing, I can't really tell what it's doing, but it's going through and doing something, and it gives you a reading, and I had that one there and that one there, and 17 I think was my latest one, which is down really low, under 30 is good. So it's kind of a casual stress testing kind of thing. That's all of the data it collects. The device itself here, now you can change to all kinds of different watch faces. We'll come back there. You got alarms, smart reminders, your sedentary reminder if you want to, remote camera so the watch acts as a trigger for taking pictures with your phone. You can set category time for all of these different things. You can imperial or metric date format. It wants to know if you're wearing it on your right or your left arm, and then you can check for firmware update as well. So in terms of the watch faces, look at this. They got a bunch of them, and they're really colorful. I mean, look, bright red, yellow. Very, very fun. There was one I wanted to check out, and I thought I'd wait till you guys are here so you can see how it goes. This is cool. Look at the gears in here. That one, I guess the little gear is going to be your hour. I don't know. It's nice fancy ones here, dynamic ones, which probably means there's movement in them, business-like, customized watches, mechanical watches. Wow, and sporting watches. Anyone in particular you guys would like me to load up? See anything you like? The green light, you like that one for possibly use at night? All right, let's try it. Setting, downloading. The download is fast from the server, but the installation is going to take it a while, so I'll be back when it's done. Here we go. And it says it's finished, and green light should be on the watch. And there it is. Okay. Well, that's nice. I think I could use that at night. Wow, yeah. So a little bit of data in here. My heart rate is 222, huh? Yeah. No, that's the calories burned. Okay. So you got, a lot of capability to have some fun watch faces in here. And I did mention I had one face already. See, it says custom dial. There's that one and that one. I guess you can add more than one. Okay, it's got quite a few dials available in here. I thought we'd only be able to add one, but I do remember adding way down here. This digital one was something you could add on as well. I wanted something bright to try out in the sunshine, and that was it. So at this point, I don't know how many total custom ones you can put in. There's a really soft one that definitely would work well at night. Interesting. Go. Huh. Oh, no, that's 60 steps or something. Yeah, and then here's the custom dial we got. Okay, I think we've covered everything, except again telling you that you can get it this watch directly from the ZEBLAZE official store at AliExpress. I'll have the link in the show notes for you to head over there and check for coupon discounts. Either I'll have one for you, or go over and make sure if there's something available, you check it, because there's always a way to get at least $2, $3, $5, $10 off of these things, depending, what's available. So check that out, and a lot of selection of options when you go to the official store. If you want to pick it up directly from Banggood, you can do that as well. We also have that link in the show notes, and coupon discount I hope for you. And it's the same basic watch, just coming to you from Banggood. Alrighty, gang, it looks really like a fun watch with Lorenz scatter diagrams. That's an enhancement I did not expect at all. Good GPS, lightweight, long battery life, and not very pricey. So, okay, check it out. We'll see you again soon.